Access to clean and safe water is a constitutional and basic right for every Kenyan. Globally, Sustainable Development Goal number 6 calls for ensuring availability and sustainable management of water and sanitation for all. Water and sanitation services being a devolved function led counties to establish their own water and sanitation companies. As a result, Kakamega County established Kakamega County Water and Sanitation Company, KACWASCO.
On matters water and sanitation, fellow county men and women, water supply is an essential infrastructure that supports social economic growth and sustainable development. While growing up as a young man and a young boy in Havondi village in Mumias East, I recall with a lot of pain and regret the long distances that we covered with our mothers and sisters in search for water. It cannot be that 40 years down the line, our wives and children are subjected to the same fate. My administration shall endeavor to connect as many households as possible and ensure that water supply is all, ensuring that Amasi Humriango is achieved.
My name is Boaz Odem Bulimo. I'm the chairman, Kakamega County Water and Sanitation Company. At the board level, we have structured ourselves in such a way that we have a board committee that handles technical and environment issues. This first committee is also charged with a very important area, which we refer to as the Propua area, which is dealing with our provision of water and sanitation, particularly in the low-income areas. Then we have our other committee, which deals with finance, human resource and administration. And then the last board committee we have is the one that deals with the audit and assurance. As a board, we see that there are various challenges that we are facing at the moment, and we are creating an environment which can be conducive so that when we invite in partners and donors, they can be able to help us to tackle those areas. We are working very closely with our line ministry, that is the Department of Water, Sanitation and Environment, Natural Resources and Climate Change, and we are getting support from our county government, but this really needs to be enhanced. Why we need to enhance this is because the demand for water is continuously increasing.
With devolution came plenty of developments and an upsurge in the number of people in the county, necessitating investment in reservoirs to ensure sufficient water to serve the ever-increasing population, especially within Kakamega.
My name is Engineer Michael Ogol. I'm the Managing Director for Kakamega County Water and Sanitation Company, which is a water services provider mandated by the county government of Kakamega and licensed by Water Services Regulatory Board to provide water and sanitation services within Kakamega County. The company currently is operating 4 major areas and 5 schemes. These areas are Kakamega area, Chitoli area, Mumias area, and Shinyalu area. The schemes that we have are Tindinyo scheme, Muranda scheme, we have Malava scheme, we have Butere scheme, and we have Lumakanda Kipkaren scheme. Now within these particular areas and scheme, we have 2 major ways through which we are serving our customers. So we have customers that are supplied through the surface pumping schemes. We have the borehole schemes. For the borehole schemes, which we have are basically located majority in Butere and part of Malava. We have our major surface water supply is located in Nandi County at a place called Tindinyo. Also, we have another surface supply at Malava and also in Lomakanda Kipkare. But it's also important to mention that in Kakamega County we have two companies. There is a company which is involved in service provision within the rural areas called Kakamega County Rural Company. But for us, we are basically dealing with the urban areas, urban centers and marketplaces. It has been a huge investment in service provision. There was construction of Mumias treatment works, new treatment works with a capacity of 15,000 cubic of water per day. And we are only able to abstract around 3,500 cubic meters of water per day. So we still have a potential to serve more and reach more people. As we all know, our governor has a manifesto to provide water at the doorstep of every citizen within Kakamega County through a clarion call called a Maximo Liango. We have also done some waste management projects through the construction of a decentralized treatment facility in Kamkon, Mumias town. This one has helped us to be able to safely dispose the waste generated within the Kamkon area. In Malava, there was a big water shortage, and through the support that we received from Water Sector Trust Fund, we are able to construct a steel elevated tank of 250 cubic meters, and that one has enhanced reliability of the services within Malava. We have also been having a good governance. By last year, we had our governor appointing board of directors. So as a company, we are having a full board, which is headed by our chairman, Mr. Bose Bulimo. Some of the challenges that we have faced as a company and which we are trying to mitigate is high non-revenue water. We know the infrastructure in Kakamega is very old. Some are dated to 1976, and there has been no great overhaul of the system. So we are losing a lot of water to the tune of around 37% due to the fact that the infrastructure is old, the meters are old, and also there have been consistent destruction of our pipelines whenever there is roadworks ongoing. But as management and through the support of the board, we have been able to develop non-revenue water management policy. We have been able to report and respond to bursts and leakages in time. We are currently doing gradual replacement of old meters. We have also formed a revenue water team, which is led by one of the managers. We have been also able to shift from use of plastics pipes to use of HDP pipes because they are more durable and also resistant to damage to an extent. The second challenge we have been having as a company is inadequate water supply. For those who are staying in Kakamega, we are currently doing a lot of rationing because the water is not adequate. We are supposed to have a demand of 14,000 cubic of water per day, but currently we are only able to get around 6,000 cubic of water per day. So we have a deficit of approximately 8,000 cubic of water per day. Towards this end, we have been able to do a number of proposals to our development partners, more so Water Sector Trust Fund, and also our major stakeholder, Lake Victoria North Waterworks Development Agency, and the county government. And we are mobilizing resources to ensure that we can be able to rehabilitate some of the old treatment works, especially the one at Kakamega, old treatment works near Savon and Chitoli treatment works, to be able to give us additional water supply. And we're also thinking about expansion of Tindinyo Waterworks to add more water into the distribution system. Yeah, some of the challenges again is inadequate means of transport. As I mentioned, we have a vast area which we are supplying, but we don't have adequate means of mobility to be able to reach each and every consumer in the right time.
We are governed by various national and county laws and regulations which we adhere to diligently. Our unwavering commitment to complying with these laws and regulations is the cornerstone for efficient service delivery.
My name is Christabella Shono, the company's principal legal officer and board secretary. I also double as the chairperson for the Resource Mobilization Committee. Kakamega County Water and Sanitation Company was established way back in 2014, and since then the company has grown over years in terms of the legal and regulatory framework. There are many interventions that have been put in place by the company, including the latest creation of coming up with the Resource Mobilization Committee. The company operates under the framework of the existing national as well as county government laws, coupled with the company's policies in order to regulate our operations. This creates an enabling environment for investment opportunities for our donors, support partners, and the many stakeholders that we deal with. By virtue of the 4th schedule of the Constitution of Kenya 2010, Kakamega County Government is charged with the responsibility of providing water and sanitation services to the Kakamega County citizenry. We operate under a regulatory framework provided by WASREP. WASREP is the body charged with the mandate of regulating water and sanitation service provisions. So as a company, we operate under the legal framework provided by WASREP, and it is by extension that all these other frameworks that exist at the company and by extension at the county government have been formulated. The county government of Kakamega came up with the Kakamega County Water and Sanitation Act, which aligns to the National Government Water Act 2016 to enable the company be able to provide water and sanitation services to the Kakamega County citizenry in an efficient and effective manner. It is by virtue of this that the company has come up with various policies to provide a legal framework to enable the company further its mandate so that we fulfill the manifesto of His Excellency, the Governor, dubbed under the mantra Amatsi Mliango. It is our plea as the Resource Mobilization Committee to our donors, support partners, stakeholders, and various both county and national government agencies to come forth and support the initiatives put forth by the company in order for us to be able to deliver our mandate. By this, the Board of Directors approved a 5-year strategic plan that is already halfway being implemented. The strategic plan aligns to the county CIDP, meaning our planning process aligns to the county government, given that we are a county government agency, and we strive towards fulfilling the manifesto of His Excellency the Governor. We have various challenges that couple the company, including infrastructure development, non-revenue water, financial stewardship, just to mention a few. We have elaborate plans as a company to come up with the issues around what I have mentioned in order for us to fulfill our strategic objectives, hence the need for us to go out and get resources to enable us meet our strategic objectives.
The company prides itself with 3 massive water treatment plants in Tindinyo, Nambacha, and Lumakanda, all with different designs, but the process of water treatment is the same. Tindinyo Water Treatment Plant, located in Nandi County, is the largest. This massive state-of-the-art plant draws its water from River Yala at the convergence of 2 rivers, that is, River Kimondi and River Pokwong.
This is our catchment area at a place called Tuyo Bay. We have a weir which is constructed across the river to allow us to divert the water into our intake. From the intake, water flows through the raw water main to the treatment plant 13 kilometers away.
My name is Judy Mwathi. I'm a production supervisor at the Tindinyo treatment plant.
After water gets into a treatment plant, treatment starts by the process of addition of a coagulant. The coagulant is aluminium sulfate. It aids the process of flocculation and coagulation. Secondly, water goes into the sedimentation basin, where the flocks settle and clear water remains on top. Then, decanting of the water is done and clear water is taken to the filters. From the filters, water goes to the process of disinfection. Disinfection, we add calcium hypochlorite, or in other words, chlorine. After disinfection, we have a tank of 2,500 cubic meters where our water is stored. From there, our water is directed to our consumers.
The company has 4 well-equipped laboratories in Kakamega, Tindinyo, Nambacha and Lumakanda for quality control purposes, and water quality is determined every 4 hours.
At the production point, we have what we call quality control unit. We have small laboratories at all the water production points. This is for quality control. They do routine analysis and also chemical determination. Chemical determination is to ensure that we dose the correct chemical amount, and routine analysis is to make sure that there's compliance with the major parameters, that is the pH, color, turbidity, and residual chlorine. At the central water testing unit for Kakamega, we also do routine analysis, that is 3 times a day, in the morning, in the afternoon, and also in the evening, to just cross-check with what the quality control unit is doing at the treatment plant. At the central water testing unit, the main activity here is the water quality surveillance, whereby we move to the end points and also major consumer points after every 2 weeks to ensure that our water meets the WASREB standards.
After water is released from the treatment plant, it is stored in reservoirs ready for distribution.
I'm Engineer Celsus Shilewa Morenjaha, the Technical Manager, Kakamega County Water and Sanitation Company Limited. Kakamega County Water and Sanitation Limited obtains its water through 2 main sources: the surface water and the underground. The surface water, we're talking about the rivers, which are the main ones. The underground, we're talking about the protected spring and the boreholes. Kakamega County Water and Sanitation, we have major treatment plants. Our major treatment plant is Tindinyo treatment plant. Then we have another one in Nambacha treatment plant. Then we also have the Lumakanda treatment plant that utilizes water from the surface. The remaining Malava utilize water from a protected spring, and in Butero utilize water from boreholes. After treatment of the water, water is transmitted from the treatment plant to our main reservoirs at the highest points through 2 main modes. The first mode of transmission is through gravity. Our main plant that utilizes gravity to transmit water to the reservoirs is Tindinyo scheme and Nambacha scheme. In Tindinyo, the water is transmitted to Milimani tanks for storage. Then it is distributed to the consumers through gravity. In Nambacha scheme, also water is transmitted to Ekero tank reservoirs, where the water is now distributed to the consumers in Mumias tank. The remaining schemes, in Lumakanda, water is transmitted from the treatment plant to the main reservoir in Lumakanda through pumping. Then from the tanks, now water is distributed to the consumers through gravity. The same applies to Malava, whereby water from the protected spring is pumped to our main reservoir at Malava town, then it gravitates to the consumers. And in Butere, we pump water from the borehole to our main reservoirs, elevated tanks, then the water is distributed to the consumers. Throughout the transmission and distribution water, we have maintenance teams on the ground. We have the electromechanical team whose main work is to maintain the transmission lines. Then we have the O&M team whose work is to maintain the distribution lines. From the transmission of water to the distribution of water, we face some challenges as Kakamega County Water and Sanitation. The first challenge is inadequate water supply that faces the town of Kakamega and Shitoli. Shitoli is in Haega. In Kakamega, we are proposing to rehabilitate the old Kakamega water supply, which we call Shabona, to increase the water supply to town. In Shitoli, also proposing to rehabilitate the old Shitoli plant to increase water supply within Shitoli area. In Tintinyo, we plan to increase the production capacity of the plant through construction of more sedimentation basins to increase the production. The second challenge that we as a company are facing is high non-revenue water levels due to lack of proper measuring devices. We are proposing to do smart metering of our bulk production points and DMS. Also, we want to do 100% consumer metering to ensure that we account for any drop of water. Another challenge is that in Kacwasco, we are facing a lot of high operation costs, especially for lifting water to the highest point for farming. We are proposing to do green energy hybrid system within our current water, whereby we want to tap solar energy and integrate it with the existing Kenya power systems.
KACWASCO solely relies on its billing to ensure continuous service provision. This is the reason why the company charges for its services.
My name is CPA Eric Obuyabo, the Commercial and Finance Manager, Kakamega Water and Sanitation Company. We are guided by first a strategic plan, which runs for 5 years, 2021 to 2026. Out of this strategic plan, we have partnered with USAID and come up with a business plan for the next 2 years, and it is anchored on the themes that are in our strategic plan, which are 5 in number. We do have a theme on non-revenue water management. We have a theme on operational efficiency, customer service, and poor intervention as a theme. We have financial stewardship and sustainability as a theme. We have institutional strengthening and capacity building as a theme, and then water and sanitation infrastructure as a theme. We are required to allocate about 3 billion to improve or to implement this strategic plan, so that we are able to really resource and be able to mobilize resources towards the implementation. We have set up a resource mobilization committee which is geared towards ensuring that we raise money to achieve the themes that we've identified. For example, the issue of meters is a challenge that is contributing to non-revenue water. So we intend to purchase a number of meters to replace the ones that are not working or stuck. Our agenda number 1 is in this business plan is to be able to finance the meters. We have estimated that to cost like amounting to about 20 million towards purchase of meters to assist address the issue of non-revenue water. And it's not only just a connection to consumer meters, but also production meters for our water points in Tintinyo and in Nambacha, because we also want to know how much water are we producing and how much water are we selling accurately. The business plan is also having areas on partnerships with our county government. We intend to revive the old Kakamega treatment works, which we anticipate to inject additional 6,000 cubic meters in Kakamega town to address the shortage that is there, to address the rationing that is existent currently. So we hope through this plan we are going to see to it that this treatment work is rehabilitated. We also intend to rehabilitate the treatment works in Shitoli, just to inject more additional water in Shinyalu sub-county, and that requires an estimated amount of about 200 million Kenya shillings. And we have identified a number of partners who are interested to support us in that nature. We have done an analysis in the last 3 months. The non-revenue water has actually impacted the company negatively. So that is our major constraint number one, which we are focusing in as we do our plans, as we do our budgets. We have given priority to allocate additional resources to address the issue of non-revenue water. We also have an issue of raising money from our banks. The interest rates have just gone too high, so it becomes so difficult to raise money through loans, through commercial loans, and that has really constrained us with the possibility of partnering with the banks. Currently, the interest rates are now hitting 20% from about 12% in the last 1 year. So that has really prohibited us from really coming up with alternative ways of raising funds, but we are at advanced stages of negotiating for lower rates from our existing banks and other partners that are willing to work with us to make sure that we are able to access these commercial loans. As much as we are making revenues, much of it is actually going towards paying all the bills in addition to personnel costs. To be able to achieve our vision, our mission, the themes that I have highlighted, we call upon our partners to come journey with us. Our doors are open. We are willing to be supported in terms of achieving our mission in the area of ensuring that we have enough water in our county. As I always say, resources are limited, so we will really need to do more if we really got more partners on board to address all this.
KACWASCO has a distribution pipeline that is well mapped via a geographical interface system to ensure that clean and safe water flows to its registered customers. Due to the large population and scarcity of water, we only have managed to achieve 24-hour water supply in Mumias, but for the rest of the areas, we ration water, but every customer gets water at least 3 times a week for a minimum of 6 hours each time. Complaints which include but are not limited to bursts, leakages, and any matters of concern should be reported to the company via USSD code *873*048#, and the beauty is that feedback is sent to the reporting person once the issue is handled, or you can call 0799085696. All such complaints are solely handled by KACWASCO staff. Functional water meters are installed at every registered customer's home to measure the quantity of water consumed, also facilitate billing of wastewater services provided. Our meters are read on a monthly basis via a mobile field assistant application installed on our meter readers' phones. This application not only captures the reading but also takes a snapshot of the meter with its readings and GPS location.
My name is Job Eric Ouma, Area Manager, Kakamega. We do our meter reading 1st of every month to 14th of every month. And after meter reading is when now we compile those readings to come up with the bills. We are guided. Water is highly regulated, and our regulator, WASREB, gives us the tariff on how to calculate bills.
In the process of distribution, the company faces some challenges, including non-revenue water, which lead to revenue losses.
Non-revenue water section is mandated to ensure that the non-revenue levels are reduced to the acceptable standards of 25%. The major causes of non-revenue water in KACWASCO are categorized into 2. One is the physical losses and commercial losses. Under physical losses, we have leakages on our transmission lines. This is due to the dilapidated pipe network. And secondly, we have bursts on our networks too. Under the commercial category, we got meter inaccuracies, illegal water use, and illegal connections. Efforts towards reduction of non-revenue water in KACWASCO are undermined by financial constraints to meet the massive investment, like installation of smart bulk meters to all our production points and purchase of consumer cold water meters, and rehabilitation of the old dilapidated pipelines.
KACWASCO is dedicated to fulfilling its obligation of providing safe disposal of wastewater. The company prioritizes sanitation because it not only reduces the spread of diseases but also preserves the environment.
My name is Josephine Ikua, Propua Coordinator, Kakamega County Water and Sanitation Company. A Propua unit is a section in technical department headed by a Propua manager and I myself, Propua Coordinator. We have 11 marked Propua areas spread all over our service area. Our sewer coverage within the company stands at 18%, which is low in relation to the rapid population growth within our service area. For instance, an area like Shitoli and Malava, we don't have any sewer there, any sewer network, nor treatment facility. As a company, our proposal is to construct decentralized treatment facilities in those two areas to help solve the sanitation issue. On top of that, there is also need for rehabilitation of all dilapidated sewer network and last mile sewer network connectivity. In places such as Makaburini, that's behind me within Kakamega area, Mujini, and Shibale within Mumias area, we propose construction of on-site sanitation facilities.
The Human Resources Department is an essential component of any organization's success. At KACWASCO, the HR team is dedicated to enhancing employee performance by fostering a culture that promotes diversity, inclusion, equity, employee well-being, engagement, and career development.
My name is Anne Linda Ongadi, the Human Resource and Administration Manager for Kakamega County Water and Sanitation Company. We are in the Human Resource Department, and the department is mandated to ensure that the company has the required human capital to manage its operations. In the organization, we are also mandated to ensure that we compensate all the staff or employees in the required manner, and therefore we manage the payroll. We are mandated to ensure that the organization maintains skilled and competent staff through capacity building and employee training. We also manage the performance management systems where the employees are supposed to account for their work in the company. We also have a mandate of ensuring that the organization has the right culture to improve the operations of the organization. In the department, we also manage the transport, fleet management, where we ensure that at all times the organization has the required vehicles and motorbikes to ensure operational efficiency. In the company, we have different cadres of jobs, and therefore all the cadres have been classified into scales. We have scale 1 to 7. Scale 1 is the managing director. We have scale 2, who are the contracted staff, senior management. We also have scale 3, who are the key managers for the organization. We have scale 4, who are the supervisors. They're in the supervisory management. We also have scale 5 to scale 7, who are junior staffs. As a department, we face challenges in executing our mandate because we have inadequate funds to train and capacity build our staff. We intend to have all staff trained at least twice in a year. Then we also have a challenge of procurement of uniforms and other protective equipment for the staff. The vehicles and the motorbikes that we have currently are not enough, and therefore we require more vehicles and motorbikes to enhance operational efficiency. Then we also need to procure office furniture and equipment to enhance service provision for the staff.
Our mandate is to provide you with quality, affordable, reliable water and sanitation services. As our customer, your role is to enjoy the services and promptly pay for them. As per the company policy, bills are due 14 days from the date of billing, and we always send our SMSs reminders before the due date. Our payments are cashless, and all bills can be paid via M-Pesa pay bill number 772153. M-Pesa has been integrated with our ERP system and your account is updated real-time.
The customer service section in KACWASCO touches on all the areas and schemes. And each area and scheme has a customer service desk where, in case you have a problem, you can visit and tell the staff there or the officer there what your problem is. We handle complaints. In most cases, you may have a problem with your water. Maybe you don't have water, maybe the bill is high, maybe we have taken long to connect you, maybe you have a problem with the staff. Kindly register your complaint with the customer service desk. At the desk, your complaint will be recorded and you will be given a ticket which you can use as a reference for next time. At the desk also, we are the ones who will give you an account. This is, we deal with new accounts. You'll come to the office, fill a form according to the requirements needed, and from there you will get your new account. There's also a service that we give called DOR. The DOR means disconnection on owner's request. In case you're not using your water for whatever reason, maybe you have traveled, maybe you have other reasons, you can request for your water to be disconnected on a temporary basis so that when you need it, you will come back to the office and we shall reconnect you. You can contact us using a USSD code. The code is *873 *048#. If you dial that on your phone, it will give you instructions on how to go about using that code.
KACWASCO, together with the KACWASCO, are mandated to provide water and sanitation services to the citizenry of Kakamega County. Now, if you look at the manifesto of His Excellency, the Governor of Kakamega, FCPA Fernandez Baraza, there are only 2 words in the entire manifesto that are written in the home language, in Luya language, and that is Amasi Humuriano. So I think this is something that has to be well understood, that the governor's desire is to make sure that the 2 companies mandated to provide water and sanitation in Kakamega County are able to deliver these services to the doorstep of the citizenry of Kakamega. And that is what is dubbed as Amasi Humuriango.
My pledge to provide Amasi Humuriango for all the residents of Kakamega County is feasible. But I also want to remind everyone that you have a responsibility to apply and connect your households to the water lines.
We are ready, we are determined, we are working around the clock to make sure that we don't fail His Excellency the Governor in his manifesto dubbed Amasi Humuriango.